All right, I think we're live. Hello, hello. First live of 2021. Second live of ever, since I only did this once. All right. Get situated here. I have some notes up on my computer because this was a bit of a last minute topic. I was planning on doing another topic, which was small, easy tweaks that you can do to Zoom so that you can have clearer sounding and clearer picture, video on your Zoom calls without doing too much, which, is very helpful. And some people still have like the default Zoom settings and it is not working in their favor. And I'm just like, oh, just change this little setting and you're better. So I was going to do a live stream on that. My original plan to like logistically on the technical end, my plan A backfired. When I was a little caught off guard, it really should not have backfired. I was trying something new. In theory, it was supposed to work, but tech. I love tech, but sometimes it's just like, ugh. So I had plan B. I tried plan B, which in my head, in theory, it all worked out great. Plan B didn't work. I was like, okay, this is good. I got plan C, which really I don't want to do, but let's just try it out. Plan C didn't work either. And I was like, I'm not doing plan D because it's going to suck. Like, I don't know. There has to be like a level of like, I don't want to do this half-assed. And plan D was below that line. So I will do that live video another time. But in the time frame of, now, we're going to do this topic instead, which is my actual content strategy for 2021, which is a little intimidating, I think, but also exciting. It's a new year. I'm not really one for like New Year, definitely not a New Year's resolution kind of guy. I will not ever associate my new plans with New Year's resolutions. But it is the new year, and even though everything is exactly the same as last year, it just feels like we're off to a better start. We're off to a more prepared start, that's for sure. Because obviously, in the beginning of 2020, life was normal, and now we obviously know what the world is like right now, so we're just more prepared. But just to give all of you an idea of who I am, what I do, my name is Kristian Golick, and I am a video content creator by trade, we'll call it. But really what I do is I help people be seen as the people and experts that they are. Through video, and this is probably the most obvious, excuse me, this is probably the most obvious when you like think of video and whatnot, is entrepreneurs and people that are making online courses and people who are making informational YouTube videos. Like, they want to be seen as experts using video. That's kind of like the obvious one. The not so obvious part of my goal, my work philosophy, just what I do, the not so obvious is helping people be seen as the people they are, not just walking textbooks. That's really like it. Yeah, when my videos can help people, or what I do, when I help someone like really gain traction and like really be recognized by other people and like they are trusted by other people, that is the most fulfilling feeling in my eyes. All right, checking YouTube here. Hello, everybody. Making sure everything's good. And everything looks good on the dashboard, but let me hear in the comments, can everyone hear me? Can everyone see me clearly? Am I choppy at all? How's the quality here? And I know there's a delay, so I'll wait a little bit. I think it's like a 10-second delay. Sounds good. Thank you, Parker. I appreciate that. All right. Well, let's get into it. So, as long as I have been a business that understands that you need to make content for marketing, and I say that because when I first started doing my business thing, I was making wedding videos, and I just was under the assumption that you just do good work and then the work finds you. Like, people find you and they hire you and they pay you tons of money if you have good work. And I operated on that philosophy for maybe like a year and a half, and was just like totally frustrated as to why people weren't finding me and why people weren't like I wasn't able to break through into a higher end market. Like, I was stuck. No matter what my pricing was, I was stuck with this like entry level budget bride and groom, and I was just like, I'm trying to go up to the next level, and it wasn't working. Even though my work was getting better and better, the clients weren't getting better and better. And that is when I actually, discovered the value of marketing your content and your expertise and you as a person, rather than just, here's my work. So I've been trying different strategies for years now. Some have worked, some have not worked, some I probably quit too early to see if they worked, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm kind of taking my past experiences and making a hybrid of a content strategy for 2021. And the principle that I'm operating off of is, do I want to do it? Really, that is the operating principle that I didn't always go by. There was one point, probably 2 years ago, I think, where I was making video content on Snapchat. I didn't enjoy it, but I was told somewhere on the internet that you needed to make video content for Snapchat. And I tried it and I didn't like it, and I felt myself like trying really hard and then not enjoying it, but two, it just didn't go anywhere. So I've since scrapped that, and I'm very happy I did, because I still don't like making video content for Snapchat. That's kind of just like one, I barely use it, but two, when I do use it, it's just like for friends and really like 3 people. I don't snap very much. Yeah, so the main principle is, do I enjoy making content for the platform? And going off of that principle, it also makes me laugh when there's a lot of people who are just like, oh my gosh, you have to get on TikTok. It's so new, and like you get so many views and so many subscribers, and it's crazy. It's crazy. You got to do it. And it's like, well, Do you like making TikToks? I don't. I don't even have it. And I don't want to have it. Like, I understand the purpose of the platform. I know its popularity. I understand why it's popular, but I'm not digging it. Like, I'm not going to force myself to do it if I don't like it. So that's my mentality with TikTok. So yeah, I guess I'll outline my main sources of content, because here's the thing. Here's part of my strategy is being smart with my content and not exhausting myself and making a pillar piece of content to which I can create micro pieces of content from that pillar piece of content. So a pillar piece of content, for example, would be an informational YouTube video where I take a lot of time, really write down all of my thoughts regarding a specific topic. I shoot the video. It's 5 to 10 minutes long. That's a solid, good piece of content, and it goes to YouTube. From there, I am going to take bits and pieces from that big piece of content and post it to Instagram, post it to Facebook, post it to LinkedIn, post it to my blog. So that's what I mean by working smart, is really putting all your time and effort into one solid piece of content and then, breaking it off into micro pieces of content. Because YouTube, for me, makes the most sense. I know for other people, YouTube would be a secondary, or maybe not even in the consideration of platforms to post to. I know some people who are 100% all in on Instagram, and if they want to make long video content, they do an IGTV video. Like, they won't even touch YouTube, and Instagram's their jam, and that's cool. For me, especially given my craft, I'm a professional video content creator. I make high quality videos that, would do better on YouTube rather than, vertical on Instagram, listening through phone speakers and all that. Like that would just kind of be a disservice to my work. So YouTube is my pillar. YouTube is my foundation. But it doesn't stop there. And actually, let me rephrase. Maybe foundation isn't the right word. YouTube is my media host. That sounds really dorky. But YouTube is my media host because my foundation is my website. And that's really where I want my traffic to go. That's where, if someone sees my content on LinkedIn, go to my website. If someone sees my content on Instagram, go to my website. YouTube, I understand that not many people leave YouTube to go to a website. So that's where, the meat of the content is on YouTube. But if I could get them to my website, that would be great. Every other platform, to my website. The website is the foundation. The YouTube would be my media host, to which I have all the videos, and then those videos would go on my website. So that's kind of an overview of like how I feel about each platform, and now we'll get into the nitty gritty, I suppose. The actual, like, what am I doing with this video? What style of this, and whatnot. how much of your total work time is spent on content like this versus paid work? From Parker. It certainly depends. I know right now I have some paid work, but not a full-time work week's worth, I suppose. So I definitely delegate more time right now towards this kind of content, because I know that making this kind of content will lead to much more paid work and higher quality paid work. So even though this isn't paid right now, I'm not receiving any money right now for making this live stream. I know that 8 months down the road, some person might watch this live stream or parts of it, or I might take a recording, like a snippet from this live stream, post it on LinkedIn, they find it there, and then they go, oh, I want to work with Kristian. So that's where I don't just like put my free content, like I don't put this kind of stuff aside for paid work. Of course paid work has a timeline that I have to get that work done. But I manage both, fairly equally, because I know that they both will bring me money. Just the paid work is bringing me money now. The free work will bring me money later. Hope that answers your question. All right. So what exactly, like what kind of content am I making in 2021? And this is fun. Excuse me. This is fun because this is something that I did at one point, and circling back to something I did, but I probably didn't do long enough for it to pay off. So I'm going to start it up again, and I'm going to see through that I keep doing it. And that is behind the scenes content. Behind the scenes vlog. I don't really like using the word vlog. It sounds very YouTubery, which I don't like. Love YouTube, don't love the YouTubers. So yeah, the behind the scenes, the vlog, the what is going on behind the beautifully polished, clean, great sounding video. Like what is happening beyond what you see right now? That's what I am making a much more conscious effort to document, to try and make regularly, because I know that one, people always love to like peek behind the curtain, like they just want to see what happens behind the scenes. And the BTS behind the scenes, BTS, the vlog style videos, gives that insight. Now, are these BTS videos going to be greatly informational and convey your expertise in the most professional manner? No, absolutely not. That's what your informational videos are for. The behind the scenes is behind the scenes, and it doesn't have to be polished. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it should not be perfect, because then it kind of breaks the illusion. Because like the more perfect you make it, the more of a the less likely they are to like buy into it, the less genuine you come across, because you're hiding behind perfection, and that's not what behind the scenes is about. And that's great, because with behind the scenes content, you typically tend to do it quickly, just like with your phone, quick grab a clip, or with, in my case, I have another camera that I just put a directional mic on, autofocus lens, and I just film myself very candidly. Just say what I'm doing, occasionally throw in a time lapse of what I'm working on, things like that. The reason why it's so important, and this is why I'm like kicking myself from, past Kristian when I gave this up and didn't do it on the weekly. You as a professional, you as a business owner, you as an entrepreneur are not just an expert in your field. Like, you are not just like you are more than the things you do. You are a person. And people, when they look at you as a business, they, of course, are going to be interested because of the product you offer, whether it's, coaching or a physical product or live speaking or, whatever you do, whatever service you provide, whatever product you sell. Of course, they're going to be interested because of that. But if they don't get a good sense of who you are, they're much less likely to buy from you or engage with you because they don't trust you. Like, we as humans operate off of trust. Like, if we get a funky vibe, like we're out. It's like here's a great example. As I take a sip of my water. Here's a great example. I want website traffic. I do. Yes, of course I want leads coming to my website, checking out my content, and hopefully buying from me. Of course I want that. But for some reason, when I get an email from Paul Jones, who gives me this long paragraph of how he can get me leads, quality leads for, over 10,000 a week and blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, okay, delete, spam. Like, why? Because there's no trust. I don't know who this person is. And he just jumped right into it. I don't know, buy me dinner first. Like, just no. But if I found this Paul Jones kind of guy, and one, I see a photo of him, even though we know that Paul Jones is a bot sending me emails. But if he were real and he had a photo and he had some video of him talking about what he does and how he gets lead traffic and how he, does his thing. Okay. I'm not sold yet, but I'm listening, Paul Jones. You know what I mean? Like, we need to see you as a person. We need that authenticity. And then we can talk business. So that is what the behind the scenes videos, that's what the vlogs do. It creates trust. And that's really the core of it. So all right. So yeah, okay. Before I go into YouTube Live, because obviously I like YouTube Live, and this is going to be a consistent thing throughout the year. But before I get into YouTube Live, I want to give a few examples of what this behind the scenes video content looks like. And this is something that I've been paid to like make for other people. It's also been content that I've been involved with, like I did for me, or I had help do for me for my own thing. which I'll show both because I have two videos loaded up here that I want to show you. But yeah, here's a minute-long piece, and I was paid to do this for another client who runs a fashion business in the main line of Philadelphia. Ashley Meyer's Mainline Fashionistas. It was a fun shoot. She was doing she was offering a Mother's Day photo shoot, mother-daughter photo shoot, and she wanted behind-the-scenes footage of this, and put together, because it's going to be an annual thing, or it has been an annual thing rather. So she wanted this behind the scenes video to show what it was about, not just show final photos, because final photos are great, but what went into getting those photos? Check it out.
Hey, I'm Ashley Meyer's Mainline Fashionista. Today we are on set at our fashion shoot. So we've got a florist here doing a huge cool flower wall, all live flowers. Our photographers here as well, makeup artists, hairstylists, and some models. We are putting together a very beautiful, angelic mother-daughter photo shoot. So photo shoots are so important as, especially a mother with children, because that exact moment in time we will never be able to have again. So capture that moment with your daughter on Mother's Day, because you will be so thankful to see your daughters with you in this beautiful setting, and you'll be able to hang that on your wall and cherish it for the rest of your life. So join me and the rest of these amazing stylists to create that image that you'll be able to have for the rest of your life.
Good job, Ashley. So that was of course really fun to make, and that was half professionally produced, but I still gave it that organic, that organic feel. Like, a lot of my work is my professional work is very smooth and flowing and fluid, and this had some of those elements in it, but it also had some of that real life aspect to it, especially at the end, where I high-fived Ashley because she, of course, did a fantastic job. And she was great at showing that candid emotion. She was not reading off a script. She was not, stiff as a board. Like, she did a great job, and that's what sold that video. That's what made that behind the scenes video so compelling. So I have another video, and it's like 8 minutes long. We're not going to watch all of it, but this is a behind the scenes video made by my friend George, him and I worked together on a shoot, a golf shoot down in North Carolina, which was a great experience, and he vlogged it the entire trip. So this is a tad bit on the entertainment side. It's not necessarily as I'll let you determine for yourself. You check it out.
So we are inside of Forest Creek
Country Club. We made it in.
Not gonna lie, this is pretty dense of a gated community we got here, but the fog's rolling in. It's gonna be a good day.
Poor timing. I looked at my phone buzzed. Boom, missed the turn for the clubhouse. Whatever. I'm sure Eric will roast me for it.
Right here, early morning, the man, the myth, the legend, Eric Agorno.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
So what are we doing today, man?
We just rolled we're in Pinehurst, North Carolina. It is unbelievable. I don't know if you guys can see, or you're going to show them at some point
Yeah.
where we're at and what we're doing. This is like one of the top 10 courses in North Carolina. They call it the Augusta of North Carolina, which is like, for those of you that don't know, effing beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous facility. Super cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just look at our view that we're looking at right now.
My pants look good on that camera.
All right, we made it out to our first location, filled up the car here, and now it's time to set up and start filming.
That's right.
Woo.
Good. How are you?
Doing well.
Right. I was watching that a little bit on YouTube, and I think that might have been a little choppy. I apologize if the video didn't come across clear. I got like a little warning banner. Anyway. Yeah, so that was a fun behind the scenes shoot. We were filming a golf online course, but I wanted to show what we were doing. Like, okay, yeah, we went to North Carolina. We're from Pennsylvania, so that was a bit of a hike. Okay, cool. What goes into making a online course? You just set up a camera and the guy, golfs. Is that it? Well, no, there's a whole lot more that goes into it. And that was more entertaining than informational, but that's fine. Like, we don't need, this is the big thing. We don't need to always inform. What we always need to do is entertain. And I say that, I'm not saying put on a show. I'm not saying be over the top. I'm just saying that people will like you for who you are. You just have to show them who you are. You're not just a textbook that walks around. So I'm a big fan of the behind the scenes, the vlog style content. I plan on making more. I will be releasing a video, a behind the scenes video in the next couple of days on what I've been working on, which has been a lot of fun. So be on the lookout for that. All right, YouTube lives. We're moving on. And the goal is to wrap this up by 1 o'clock. So I'll probably stop around 12:50 and then do some Q&A. So YouTube live. This is something that I am just starting to do. And it gets easier and easier, I think. I was really nervous for the first one I did a few weeks ago. And, of course, there were still some nerves with this one right now, but I certainly am feeling more comfortable with it. And another reason I had those nerves was because I'm picking a topic, like the little tips and tricks you can do on Zoom to make your video and audio sound clearer. And now this live stream, talking about my content strategy for 2021, picking a topic, promoting that topic, and then having a live stream to talk about it, in my head, I'm just like, oh, I need to like make a slideshow and I need to make this whole presentation like as if I'm giving a TED talk. And it's like, no. Of course, it's good to be organized. Of course, it's good to be prepared. But a live stream, especially on YouTube, well, I guess it can apply to really anywhere else. Live streams are about engagement. And of course, I'm going to be talking most of the time, and answering questions and, giving my presentation. With live, you don't have to make it all perfect. You do not have to make an hour-long perfect presentation. I have my outline, which I'm looking at right now, but it's freestyle. And I think that's really valuable. And well, one, it's valuable because it's candid. Again, going off of the entertainment, off of the, people are getting to know you, not just hear the knowledgeable things you have to say. This is my craft. This is what I do. Of course, I can go into detail about various topics off the top of my head because it's my thing. I can't rant. I can't just go off and have multiple live streams talking about personal finance because, I don't know. I read this book, which is fantastic. I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Ramit Sethi. Fantastic book if you haven't read this already. I could talk about some things about that, but then I don't know, it's not my thing. Video, however, we can talk about this for a while. So going into live streaming, going into having consistency, because really consistency is key with any type of content you make. It doesn't even have to be video content either. Consistency is key. So to maintain that consistency, you have to give yourself some grace and let it go. Just hop onto live, talk about one specific topic, and just let it flow. You don't need to plan everything, because the moment you start planning every little detail is the moment that you will give up because one thing isn't going according to plan. And giving up, that is the biggest sin of content marketing. Keep it consistent. I'm just a live. I love the live Q&As. I love answering questions on the spot, thinking on the spot. Now, right now, I really don't have a large audience. I mean, who's on YouTube right now? 2 people? I might be one of them. It might just be Parker. I don't know. Hi, Parker. I appreciate you being here. My audience is not big, but it will grow with consistency. All right, moving on. YouTube videos, structured 5 to 10 minute YouTube videos on one specific topic. Again, my pillar content, to which I will take many pieces of content from that video. Very important. And this is me being a video content creator. My main form of communication, my main form of content is video. Photos are great, written articles are great, audio is great, but video is my thing. So that video on YouTube, that well thought out produced video that's very informational, that goes on YouTube, pieces go to social media, that whole video goes onto my blog on my website. The website is my foundation. The website is where I want to drive people. So having the full video on my website, on my blog, is really, really important, because from every single social media platform, I am driving them to my blog post. So if I make a video on, we'll just use a video that I already made. If I I have my video on three microphones, three most common microphones for video. That video lives on YouTube. Check it out. It's a good one. That video lives on YouTube. I make a blog post. I write out some information. I write out, a thing or two about that specific video, things to look out for. If this microphone is for you. So I have text, I have blog text, I have the video in the blog, and then I tease that blog on social media. Instead of talking about all three microphones on Facebook, I just talk about one. And then on Instagram, I talk about a different microphone of the three, or something like that, to get someone's attention, whet their appetite, and then say, hey, come to my website. That's where the blog is. That's where you can find everything. And they're there. And that's how I get people to my website. And that is the main goal of all my content marketing. The reason I want all of the attention, or all of the traffic rather, the reason I want all the traffic coming to my website, to my blog posts, is because on my website, there you can find a slew of information about me and the work I do, but I also have email opt-ins. The email list is the lifeblood of any marketer. The email list is by far the most important. And that's because it is the fastest direct route of communication that will never go away. Facebook could get shut down. YouTube could go away. TikTok could get banned, as we know. But email is never going away. And